Hey, I said these originals. Welcome. This is the unveiling. This is an address to those who have forgotten their crown, a declaration of emancipation from the spectacle of whiteness. My brothers, my sisters, my kin of the sun-soaked soil and star-scattered lineage, I come to you not with anger, but with urgency, not with judgment, but with clarity. I come to you because I see you. I truly see you, and what I witness breaks my heart continuously while igniting my soul. You are obsessed, not with excellence, not with legacy or culture or heritage, not with the boundless galaxies of genius that swim in your bloodstream, original. You are obsessed with them, with their approval, with their acceptance, with their definition of your humanity, their permission to exist magnificently. Listen to me carefully, because I will only say this once with this much ferocity. You are standing in front of a mirror, asking a ghost to validate your reflection. Every hour you spend decoding their facial expressions to see if you're acceptable is an hour stolen from your empire, rather. Every moment you contort your speech, your hair, your dreams, your soul to fit their comfort is a moment of spiritual treason against your very own ancestors who survived so you could breathe freely. You have been trained like animals to believe that whiteness is the sun and that we are merely planets desperate for warmth. But I am here to tell you with every fiber of my being, you are the sun, originals. You have always been the sun. The preoccupation is not accidental. It is the design of a machinery so sophisticated it convinces you that your liberation lies in proximity to power rather than the cultivation of your own. It whispers, get close enough to the crackers, get close enough to the white people, and some of it will rub off on you. Lies. Proximity to someone else's power only makes you a well-decorated prisoner or slave. You want their schools to accept you, their neighborhoods to tolerate you, their companies to promote you, their lovers to desire you, not because these things inherently serve you, but because you have been hypnotized into believing their validation is oxygen. That's spell work. That's what I call witchcraft on the real end of the tip. You are suffocating yourself for air that was yours all along. Do you understand what this preoccupation costs us? While you were studying how to make them comfortable, you forgot how to make yourself sovereign. While you were monitoring their reactions, you stopped monitoring your own intuition and discretion. While you were chasing their definitions of success, your own genius, the specific, irreplaceable genius that only you carry, was starving in the corner, waiting for you to remember it exists. You have become anthropologists of your own oppression, PhD holders in the study of their indifference, experts in the micro expressions of their disapproval. Imagine if you had spent that energy becoming fluent in yourself, in your ancestors, in your heritage, in your culture. The greatest trick ever played was convincing the magnificent to spend their lives auditioning for roles in someone else's story. You are not a supporting character. You are not a diversity hire in the narrative of humanity. You are the protagonist of an epic that began before their empires rose and will continue after their monuments crumble. I'm not asking you to hate them. Hatred is just another form of obsession. Sorry, another chain that keeps you tethered to their gravity. I'm asking you to forget them, not with malice, with indifference, born of self-possession. Imagine waking up and your first thought not being, what will they think, but what will I build? Imagine moving through the world as a petitioner, seeking entry, your monarch surveying your kingdom. Imagine creating art, businesses, families, movements, worlds that are so thoroughly, unapologetically, magnificently yours that they become gravitational forces of their own. This is not segregation. This is concentration. Concentrate your divine energy into vessels that serve your flourishing, your joy, your legacy. When you are obsessed with white, yeah, you are dancing to music you didn't following choreography you didn't create, performing for an audience that will never give you a standing ovation because your standing ovation was never the point of their show. Stop performing, start building, start studying, start researching, start architecting. Your ancestors did not survive the Middle Passage, the plantation, the Jim Crow, the redlining, the lynching, the systemic erasure. They did not survive all of that so you could spend your one precious life begging for a seat at your master's table they built to exclude you. They survived so you could build your own table, so you could grow your own food, so you could write your own definition. You could look in the mirror and see God needing no intermediary or no translation or no validation. Every second you spend preoccupied with them is the second you preoccupied with your power. Power is staggering. It is the power of people who created civilizations while others were still crawling around in caves on all fours. You, who birthed musical forms that conquered the globe, who turned suffering into spirituals that make the angels weep, who suffered the unsurvivable and managed to laugh, to love, to create, to thrive. That is what you should be about. That lineage, that ancestry, that resilience, that you, inexplicable supernatural or altering magic that through your veins, liquid light. So what does freedom look like specifically? It's like building economic systems that circulate within before it touches the outside world. It looks like educational models, your tools rather than their test scores on your oppressor's metrics. It looks like media that reflects your beauty without the filter of their gaze. It looks like healing practices that address your specific historical trauma. It looks like spiritual systems that connect you to your own divinity without the middleman of their interpretations. It looks like radical, unapologetic, creative self-sufficiency. Not because you hate them, but because you love yourself and God more. Every serve. Why are you shocked? Doesn't serve you. Why are you heartbroken when it rejects you? Stop to gravity. Instead, learn to fly. I'm calling you home to yourself, home to your power, home to the terrifying, exhilarating, altering responsibility of being fully, completely, uncontrollably you. The world does not need black people who have mastered the art of code switching, of cooning, of simulation, of making this comfortable. The world is there for people who have mastered the art of themselves, who so thoroughly, radiantly, unapologetically anchor their own genius that they become beacons for everyone else trying to find back to themselves. You want to be free? That's freedom. Start being free. Start being freedom.